guys, today we are doing a spin on the traditional Scotch egg. We are gonna take a soft-boiled egg and wrap it in homemade mac and cheese and then fry it. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I wanna do is make my homemade cheese sauce. Now I happen to make a bomb-ass cheese sauce. You're gonna wanna write this down, slash not actually, just like screenshot the recipe or whatever. In my skillet or cast iron, whatever you're using, we're gonna add our butter and we're gonna get it on medium heat. Now at this point, I want to sprinkle in about a tablespoon of flour. This is gonna make our roux so we get a nice thick cheese sauce. And now we're adding in half a cup of milk. And it doesn't look like much now, but as the flour kind of combines into the milk and everything amalgamates, you'll notice it starts to thicken up pretty quickly, so just keep an eye on the heat. We don't want this to get clumpy at all, we just want it to be smooth. And at this point, I like to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, I'm gonna get it off the heat. That's perfect. I don't actually want this to be kind of bubbly and boily when we get the cheese in because that's gonna make it kind of grainy. So I've got it off the heat and now I'm going to fold in my cheese and just use any of the residual heat to melt the cheese. Oh yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. Smooth as silk. That looks epic. All right, now I have 2 cups of cooked macaroni. Add that into our skillet. I know it seems like a lot, but just fold it in. It'll coat all the macaroni. The cheese will get in all those little holes. It's perfect. Awesome, so there you have homemade mac and cheese. That's perfect and ready to go. I'm just gonna let it cool a little bit because we have to work with it with our hands and I want it to be cool to touch. In the meantime, I'm gonna boil up some soft-boiled eggs and then I'll come back here and show you how we wrap them. All right, my soft-boiled eggs are peeled and chilled, and when I say soft-boiled, I might have accidentally left them in too long. Whoops! But they are now ready to be wrapped in some mac and cheese. So I'm gonna get a piece of plastic wrap out here. And what I wanna do is I wanna take roughly a cup measurement of our mac and cheese and just plop it right in the center. Now this part is the part where you kind of just have to be patient because eggs don't really like being wrapped. I don't know what it is. They're very smooth and they're wiggly. So you kind of just have to be patient with yourself. We're gonna grab 1 egg and place it in the center and then I'm gonna pull up the sides of the plastic wrap. And now you wanna kind of dance around. You wanna smooth the outsides and dance around the egg, and we're gonna bring that mac and cheese up and over and then kind of seal it together because the mac and cheese will stick to itself. It's not gonna really enjoy sticking to the egg. But once you can't see egg anymore, let's twist the plastic wrap, flip it around, and then I'm going to kind of reshape it to make sure we have that oval shape. Awesome, so repeat this with your remaining hard-boiled / soft-boiled eggs, and then you wanna set it in the fridge for maybe 15-20 minutes and the mac and cheese will solidify, or you can pop it in the freezer for like 5 to 7 minutes, whatever you have time for. All right, so now that our mac and cheese Scotch eggs have kind of hardened up and secured themselves, we're going to gently unwrap them. Now be very careful because you don't want all your hard work to go to waste here. So we're gonna gently place them in a plate of just plain old all-purpose flour here. That is then going to go into 1 whisked egg. Roll that around. And then we transfer it to our panko breadcrumbs. These are so great because they get super, super crunchy. So make sure it's entirely coated. And I'm just gonna put that on the plate there. So repeat that with your remaining mac and cheese Scotch eggs, and then you're gonna wanna fry them in some oil at 350 degrees until they are golden brown. Mac and cheese Scotch egg. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It was delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.